Good afternoon and welcome to the Noon Show with Lisa and Johnny. We are coming to you live and streaming everywhere. The Noon Show airs Monday through Friday from noon until 1 o'clock Central Time. Each day we bring you engaging conversations, fresh perspectives, and stories that connect us all. Johnny and I would like to invite you to join us along with today's show guests. Today we have Community Spotlight guest Penny Yates, who is a rising senior at Northridge High School and also representing HOSA Future Health Professionals. We also have featured show guest Dr. Mike Daria, Superintendent of Tuscaloosa City Schools. So, for today's conversation, pull up a chair, sit back, and relax. And now, without further ado, here's Johnny.
And a big old welcome to everybody. Happy 250th birthday,
Woo!
America.
Let's clap for that. Yay, happy birthday to us.
This is America's birthday week. And you know what? I'm still rocking from Friday's show. I'm still got
Are
all
you
of that
kidding me?
music in my head, and I'm just kind of
I want to play it now.
rocking and
I
rolling.
want to play it now. 9 to 5.
9 to 5. That was a rocking time.
I busted out with that whole, dance like nobody's watching
I tell
thing
you,
on
it
Friday.
was a great show, and boy, did we get
Oh, it was
response from
fun.
it.
Oh,
I
my
tell you
gosh.
what, but we're so thankful you're here with us on a beautiful Monday morning. A little hot out there, folks.
Woo, just a little
And
bit.
be aware also of the heat advisories that are going on right now, going to be going on for a few more days. Take care of yourself. Drink lots of water,
Yes.
lots of liquid.
That is a
Watch
great
out for that
point.
heat, because it's July almost, and that's summertime, and in Tuscaloosa we're kind of used to the heat and humidity. But just be aware and be safe. Take good care of yourself out there if you got to
Absolutely.
be outside. And I hope you get outside and enjoy this beautiful time of the year.
Maybe in the shade.
And get in the shade or
Wear a
drop in.
sun visor or a hat.
That's right.
Bring you a
Just-
fan.
Just take care
Maybe
of
the
yourself.
spritzer kind.
But lots of things outside this weekend. I tell you,
Yes.
it's going to be a birthday celebration.
Speaking of a birthday celebration
yes.
and sun hats and spritzers and
Yes.
fans, you're going to want to join us at 4th on Main in Northport, Alabama. It's the first annual.
That's
And I'm
right.
so excited about that. They've got an incredible music lineup. This is going to be from 4 to 10 o'clock downtown Northport. The stage is set up right outside of Billy's
Yes.
Sports Grill.
That's right. It's going to be a blasting good time. Matter of fact, the buzz is really happening about 4th and Main. I tell you, it's catching on quickly. But we also remind you there's so many other 4th of July celebrations going on. A lot of them are
that's true.
scheduled such that you can hit them all. For example, you've got the downtown Northport 4th and Main, but you've also got the Eagle Cove Marina celebration up on the Black Warrior River. It begins at 5:30. You've got the Pirates of the Warrior Boat Parade
I like that
at
name.
noon, and that's up around Holt Lot, Deer Lick, all up in that area, Eagle Cove, Rocky Branch, everybody knows where all that is. Then, of course, you've got Tuscaloosa celebration on the river that night at the Mercedes-Benz Amphitheater. That starts at 6 with fireworks kicking off at 9. And by the way, you can see those fireworks from Northport. So you can go to 4th and Main, you can go to Celebration
Go to
on the
4th and
River.
Main?
It's going to be a big 250th America's birthday party.
It is, and speaking again of 4th and Main, so they have a non-motorized parade,
Yeah,
and anyone can participate.
that's right.
I think they want you to register, but I think as long as you're checked in by 5:30, you're going to be good.
That's what they told us. And I think
Bicycle,
anybody can
walking,
show up.
you can push your strollers,
Ride your bicycle,
ride your bicycle.
no
Yeah.
motorized vehicles.
Mm-mm-mm.
But
No. Over there, 1st Street and Bridge Avenue, that's where Dreamland is.
Over
Okay,
where
that's
Dreamland.
also designated parking.
Yes, and
So that we can
remember-
need to park there if you want to be in the parade.
Yeah, this is going to be a crowd, but Synergist
That's right, the Synergist
type
too.
center down the street there is going to have shuttles going back and forth all afternoon, evening long, so you can take care of that. So lots of things to do. We'll talk more about it during the week, but I want to follow up something that Kevin Besnoy was talking about when he was on the show last week. He mentioned something that you and I didn't know about, and I've got a feeling a lot of folks may know. There is a parents assistance line
Oh.
That's
No,
run
no, I
out of
knew
the-
about that because I worked on campus at the University of
Well,
Alabama, and that's hosted there. Or
It's hosted over at the Child Development Center
They
at
do
the
it, yeah.
university, but
Mhm.
wanted to pass on some information to
Sure.
everybody. If you're interested in this, because there's free information, there's support, there's resources, practical tools, you can get some help. If you've got some questions, simply by calling 1-866-962-3030. That's 3030. 866-962-3030. The Parents Assistance Line, better known as PAL.
I am glad that you spotlighted that because for somebody who worked inside the university, I guess I assumed everybody knew, but you're saying you
They
didn't.
don't.
Well,
I don't
that's
think
that's
anybody-
a reason for us to make that
I
announcement.
mean, I did not know about it. I'm
If
not
you didn't
surprised.
know, then a lot of people probably don't.
I'm not
So it's a very
surprised.
good
So
point.
we-
Thank you for bringing that.
We
Yeah.
thought, because Kevin was emphasizing that, of course, that's what Tuscaloosa One Place is all about, is families. And I just thought it was a great source of support. So
Mhm.
check it out, folks, the Parents Assistance Line.
Very, very, very great point. So, in the Noon Show studio with us today, as our community spotlight guest, we are welcoming Penny Yates. She is a HOSA member, which is Health Occupation Student Association, and she recently attended the International Leadership Conference in Indianapolis. Welcome to the Noon Show studio, Penny.
Hello.
Hi! Hey, and by the way,
Get
Penny,
up a little closer so everybody
Penny.
can hear you.
Penny is intern Maestro's sister.
That's right.
Little sister.
We got
Right.
a family thing
Y'all
going on
do look an
today.
awful lot alike. You really do. So tell us a little bit about how in the world, how did you get connected with this leadership conference?
So I have done the health science classes at TCTA, which is Tuscaloosa Career and Technology Academy, and that's like an additional school that the TCS schools can go to. Like,
Oh, fabulous! I
Yeah.
remember that now. Your mom told me about that. Yeah.
Yes, so students from Northridge, Central, and Bryant can have like a class or two per day at TCTA, and so they will ride a bus over there during the school day. And there are a lot of different classes there, and they're all sort of focused on different jobs. And one
That's
of them,
interesting. One of them could be nursing or anything in the health occupation
Yes.
field. So what other examples could you give us, Penny? Like, or are they like skilled trades kind of things,
Yes.
or like what?
there's cooking, like culinary arts.
Yes.
Engineering, which is what Gabriel, my brother, has done. My sister did
Hey.
the animation class, digital animation. There's
Wow.
also welding and cosmetology and a few others.
I
There's
bet Dr.
lots.
Daria can name a few.
She's
Yeah.
doing great.
He says, "You keep going, darling."
It's the city school system's workforce development center, basically, isn't it?
Yes.
It really helps you with some very hands-on, practical experience,
Yes, definitely.
and
So-
that's
So they make it really easy for you. So
Yeah.
you're at your regular
Yeah.
school, we'll say, right? And then they provide the transportation. So you go and they bring you back. Tell us exactly what that looks like. How do you get involved with that, with the TCTA?
You just sign up for it like you sign up for a regular class, and
Even easier.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, with regular registration?
mhm.
Oh my gosh, okay.
And so then there's a bus, and you just ride over there, and then you ride back.
So it's all very supervised, very
Yes.
safe.
Yes.
You're being kept very well track of, so to speak, and you get to do all kinds of additional cool educational things to enrich your overall educational experience, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
love knowing
understand there's
that.
some great teachers at
There are.
TCTA that are really very hands-on, fairly creative with the way they teach these skills, and in your case, those health-related skills are going to be important in your future, I understand.
Yes. My teachers in the health science classes are Miss Taylor and Miss Wood, and they're very great. I have loved being in their classes.
Let's
Shout out to both of those
Miss
ladies.
Taylor and Miss Woods.
Yes.
We love the Tuscaloosa Career and Technology Academy around here. I'm so glad that you came to spotlight some of that. So tell us what's your favorite part about going over there.
My favorite class that I did was the highest level health science class, which is called we just call it like the health science internship class. And
Oh.
that one, during that class, we actually rode a bus over to DCH Hospital to have some like clinical shadowing experience.
Are
during
you
COVID.
serious?
Wow.
Yes.
They take you to DCH.
Yes.
So real world experience.
Yes.
That is amazing.
I did that class fall semester this past year. I really enjoyed that class. I got a lot of hands-on experience. We went to a bunch of different units. My personal favorite day was the operating room.
Ooh.
Oh,
I actually
look
was-
out.
I actually was in the operating room for 2 days. I got 2
Oh.
days there. I really enjoyed it.
So it's very utilitarian. You get to see firsthand what it means to work in the operating room,
Yes.
or in the NICU, or in the well baby nursery, et cetera,
We
et
may
cetera.
We may
Right?
see a future surgeon standing here.
How did you get us connected with the leadership conference though for HOSA?
So HOSA is, you can think of it like a club. It's very big. It's international.
Uh-huh.
And like you said before, it stands for Health Occupation Student Association. So I was able to join that through my class at TCTA. And so there's, every year there's state leadership conferences in every state. And so you have to, the conferences are a lot of workshops and sort of vendor booths, but there's also competitions. And so there were a lot of different events that you can compete in, and the ones that people from my class did were patient care technician, because that's like a specific job in the healthcare career. And actually, in the internship class, we took our certification test to become a PCT.
Okay.
Are you
And
serious? Oh my
yes,
gosh,
some of
that's
us did
awesome.
pass that. I passed that.
Good for you.
So a lot of people did that exam, or that event in the state leadership conference. Some people also did athletic training, and there's also one called career display, I think, where you just make like a big poster board about a specific healthcare career. So 2 people in my class, they made a poster about being a labor and delivery nurse.
Good.
And the event that I chose was medical spelling, because I like
Ooh.
spelling.
I was a spelling bee girl when I was younger too.
Um,
I vibe with that.
So I did that event, and 4 of us from our class, so you have to test to make it into the state level competition. So 4 of us from the class did make it to the state. I made it in medical spelling. One other girl, Megan, made it in patient care technician, and then the 2 who made it, they did the health career poster board. They made it as well. So that was in February, this past February, in Montgomery. So we went to that, and it was a very big event. There was just so much going on, and it was very fun. So there was the state level competition then, and so the way that the medical spelling one works is the first round is a multiple choice test. So they give you the definition of the word and then 4 different spellings, and only one of them is correct, so you have to know how to spell.
Wow, okay.
So I believe they took the top 10 people from that round 1, something like that. But I was in that, so I got to move on to round 2, which was an actual spelling bee. No, I think it was 6 people. I don't know, something like that. But I made it to round 2, and I got 3rd place, and top 3 made it to international.
Yes!
Wow.
You got all of these opportunities through Tuscaloosa City Schools and Tuscaloosa Career and Technology Academy.
Yes.
It sounds like a lot of high-level experiences, really utilitarian, mixed in with a lot of fun. Would you
Yes.
agree with that?
I agree. It's very
Yeah.
fun.
Wow.
Very practical. See, it's preparing you for the next step, which you're going to become, hopefully one of these days, a nurse.
Yes, I am interested in nursing.
Okay, so you're getting prepared. Are you doing dual enrollment also?
I have not done any dual enrollment.
Yeah, you might want to look at that in your senior year, because you're getting prepared to go to nursing school someday.
Yes.
Yeah,
Getting some
and
great
you're talking
experience.
about well baby nursery kind of stuff?
Yes, I also volunteer at DCH Hospital in the Well Baby Nursery.
Good for you.
Well, if you happen to get some
Wow.
varied experience and you are going to be a nurse for, say, like older people, I would be very confident in you being my nurse, young lady. Very,
This is
very,
exciting.
very confident.
Penny, you're laying a great foundation. Aren't you happy we've got such a great school system
I
to
am.
allow that for you?
I'm very thankful.
Good. Penny, we love seeing you. Yeah,
Well, you know,
we admire and have great affection for your whole family. They've been so good to us. Of course, Gabriel is one of our star interns.
and by the
And
way,
your family is so supportive.
shout out to Gina and Eric Yates, and also your sister Victoria.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
That's the whole family. I mean, it's been an incredible ride. Just, you know,
Getting to know you
Gina,
guys.
just getting to know your mom through the
That's
gym,
right.
and then all of this happened. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, we're going to have to take a quick break.
Well, before we go to the break, we have another place that's got really great opportunities. You know, Bearfield College of Arts and Sciences.
Oh, that's right. And
Yeah.
they connect everything.
That's right.
Their science connects to policy, their policy connects to people, and their people connect to culture.
Okay, Johnny, you know, that's exactly what the Bearfield College of Arts and Sciences does at the University of Alabama. It connects the dots.
That's right. You can't solve environmental challenges without chemistry and biology, for example.
That is correct, and you can't live globally without language, history, and communication.
And we're finding out every day that you can't innovate without math, physics, and bold, creative, critical thinking.
Yes, and that is why the College of Arts and Sciences is so essential. It prepares students not just for a job, but for a complex world.
That's right. It's getting students ready and equipping them with adaptability, leadership, and impact.
To learn more, go to artsandsciences.ua.edu. And as always, roll tide and roll research.
That's right.
Okay,
And we
we've
are
got a great
a little
show.
bit past break.
We
we
are,
can
but
get
we got
back.
a great continuation of our show today
That's
with
right.
Dr. Mike Daria, Superintendent of Tuscaloosa City Schools. When we come back, you've been listening to the Noon Show on FM 100.1. Don't go away. We'll be here right back.
And welcome back to the Noon Show right here on FM 100.1, home of Fun Radio.
Oh, yeah.
And do we ever have a good time? Thank you for joining us, whether you're in Tuscaloosa, West Alabama, across Alabama, the nation, wherever you are. We appreciate you and so thankful you're here. And Miss Sunshine,
I'm
we've
very,
got one of our
very excited,
favorite
yes.
guests, a good friend.
I'm so excited he's
Yeah.
here. But y'all, education is changing faster than ever, and Tuscaloosa City Schools has become one of Alabama's most innovative districts. Today we're talking about how schools are preparing students not just to graduate, but to thrive in college, careers, military life, and beyond, as evidenced by the testimonial given by Miss Penny Yates.
That's right.
Dr. Mike Daria, welcome back to the Noon Show studio.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having us back.
Mike, good
Yeah.
to see you. You got a big smile on your face as Penny was kind of doing her job.
I give all my time to Penny because
Yeah.
she's a testament to everything our school system is
Just
about.
explain
And
it
she
from
did a
the
great
inside,
job.
right?
But you know, it should be that way because I think I know you feel this way, but you know us folks out in the community, we feel a lot of momentum with our schools. We feel something really good is happening. It just seems like you keep achieving new levels of academic excellence. Kind of give us your broad view of the progress of our school. I know you're proud of what's going on.
I am. We've got an incredible team. You know, for us, progress used to be a goal, and now it's an expectation.
Yeah.
And when you look at our school system, we have all the right ingredients to be a premier school system. We've got this amazing community. We've got incredible students like the one you just spoke to, and we've got the best educators around. And when you put all that together and you put a clear plan together, you've got a strong governing board like our Board of Education, and you're hyper-focused on the outcomes of each and every child, great things happen.
Yeah.
And our school system, we are seeing the results of a lot of intentional planning and intentional work. For example, our recent graduating class, we had 100% of them achieve a college and career readiness indicator.
That is
and
amazing.
that's big.
That's amazing.
And because that tells us that our graduates are prepared for what is next. And that's what our school system is about. It's not about a diploma. It's not about a good grade. It's about making sure each student who graduates is prepared for life after high school. And that's our
amazing.
ultimate metric.
Yeah.
How do you actually implement that? So the plan says that each student should graduate with a verified plan, and it's happening, but what does that actually look like?
So for us, that is a part of our core value. We want to make sure our students are successful, and you can't do that by handing them a diploma and saying good luck out there. We've got to make sure they know where they're going the day after graduation. And that came to us at one of our graduations. I was talking to a young man. I said, "What are you doing after graduation?" And he said, "Well, I don't know yet. I'm not sure." That can't be an answer of one of our graduates, right? Every graduate needs to know exactly what you're doing the next day. So for us, it's either enrolled in a 2 or 4 year college, employed in a career here or elsewhere, or enlisted in the military, enrolled, enlisted, or employed. So we have job coaches who make sure every graduate has a verified plan. And
job coaches.
Oh yeah, they make sure, and it's more than just a student telling us, "I'm going to go do this."
Okay.
We need to see the evidence that that is what you're going to go do before
job
we
coaches,
identify it as a verified plan. And this year's graduating class, we had 99% of our students with a verified plan. So I'll give you one more point that matters. Last year's graduating class, we were about 97% had a verified plan. But we follow up with them at 6 months and at 12 months.
What?
Absolutely.
How do you
Well,
make that work?
again, our evaluation is how our students do after high school
Okay.
for us, because
Okay.
that's what we care about, life success. So we follow them 6 months, 12 months later. At the 12-month mark, last year's graduating class, 87% of them are still on the pathway they
Wow.
identified
That's
before leaving high
incredible.
school.
That's high level.
That tells us, so you just met Penny, who's pursuing nursing.
Right.
She's found her passion, she found her purpose, has a path. Now we're going to set her up for that path, and I can tell she's clearly ready for her next step. But we're going to follow up with her in 6 months and 12 months to make sure she's still on that pathway. And if she's not, we're here to help.
Yeah.
But I can tell she's going to be successful.
When do you begin with the student on this career path planning? Is it earlier in
Pre-K all the way to 12th grade.
Very early then.
Workforce planning and career pathway planning starts as early as elementary school.
So it's not just a senior
No, sir.
year
No.
practice.
No, because we have to help students identify their path,
Yeah.
right? And that
Yeah.
a decision is more so junior year,
Mhm.
senior year, but our students need to explore pathways.
Yeah.
Our students go, you just heard about TCTA. We have fourth graders go, every fourth grader in our entire school system goes to TCTA to learn about the careers there. Because we want them to start thinking about areas of interest so that as they apply their academics, they apply it to this future thinking of their career pathway.
I wish I'd had that in fourth grade.
Don't
My
we all?
gosh.
Oh, it's absolutely awesome to see fourth graders going in and they are taught in this exploration by our seniors and juniors in nursing and welding and all these different areas. Again, it's fun, but ultimately it's a fourth grader looking at future careers saying, I might want to do that one day.
It's planting seeds.
Absolutely.
Mike, this is probably an unfair question. It's a little off the wall type of question. Looking down the road, 5-10 years, let's look at our community, because our community is going to grow and prosper. We know we're on a great path here. Many of the careers and jobs we don't even know about yet. So, in this,
That blows my
in
mind.
this,
He's not wrong though.
in this process, how are we equipping our students to have that kind of a mindset that, for example, we're big on STEM around here, as you know, and incorporating STEM and the opportunities that a new knowledge-based economy, how is that incorporated into their planning, their thinking, their critical thinking?
Critical thinking, adaptability, and collaboration.
Okay.
Those are core things that you'll see at every stage of a student's experience,
Okay.
whether it's in elementary school, middle school, or high school. We want our students to be able to think critically. We need them to be able to adapt because that's going to be the number one thing that will allow them to pivot, to change as the future workforce changes.
And they will pivot.
And they're absolutely
yes,
right.
they got to be able to pivot. We do need to go to a break, Dr. Daria. Got to pay some bills, but when we come back, we're going to look toward the future of Tuscaloosa City Schools with Dr. Mike Daria. You've been listening to the Noon Show on FM 100.1. Don't go away. We will be here right back.
Here on FM 100.1, streaming on the Noon Show and that Listen Now button, and we're having always a great conversation with our exceptional superintendent. I don't mind saying that word.
Exactly. And
Dr.
I am
Mike Daria, good friend. We're so
Yes.
glad he's still our superintendent. 'Cause
And I'm
it's
ready to get back
great
to that
progress.
conversation,
I am
Johnny.
too. That great
But
progress.
I do need to ask you a question right before we dive right back in with Dr.
Okay.
Daria. Okay, Johnny, when people ask for your opinion, what's usually the first question?
Well, usually they don't take it, but anyway.
Oh, Johnny.
But probably they say, who do you recommend?
Restaurants?
Sometimes.
Contractors?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Banks?
Oh, yeah.
So what do you tell them?
Well, if you're talking about a bank, I tell them you got to find a bank that earns your trust, not just your attention.
And for you, that's Brian.
Oh, absolutely. It has been more from 21 years since they opened their doors.
Well, that's a recommendation backed by experience.
Exactly.
You can visit Bryant Bank at any one of their beautiful locations, North River, Northport, and beautiful downtown T-Town, or online at bryantbank.com.
That's right. And remember, they're also an equal housing lender and a member of
FDIC.
We're going to be over at Bryant Bank this afternoon, I believe.
Oh yes, I'm excited.
Yeah,
So yeah,
go
we're
see 'em.
got an interview for the new Tuscaloosa
That's
book.
right.
Shout out to Claude. We'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah.
So Mike, I'm going to jump in with this one. How are dual enrollment, AP, IB, and career pathways helping students save money and graduate with Head Start?
Well, let me start with an expectation. It's our expectation that every student engage in an academic rigorous course. whether they're choosing career directly or to a 2 or 4 year enrollment in an institution. So for us, we want students to have choice. If AP, advanced placement, is their choice, we offer so many courses in that. We have IB at Central High School. Dual enrollment.
That's international baccalaureate
And
programs.
our dual enrollment, we have 49.7% of this year's graduates walked across the stage with college credit in their back pocket. Understand that and how big that is. When you talk about elevated and high expectations for all students, this is an all student thing. So this is not just about being a school system that focuses on college prep. It's focused on students making the choice that works for them. But for almost 50% of our students to have college credit while they're walking across the stage and getting a high school diploma, and that college credit is more than usually 3 or 6. Many of our students walk across with a lot of credit. That helps parents financially because there's no cost to our students. It helps students realize that college can be for me. And I'll give you an example. I may have told this story last time, but I met a young lady a couple years ago when we first introduced Elevate Dual Enrollment. And she was taking courses at Shelton State. And I said, well, what do you like most about it? She said, I'm enjoying the classes. I said, are your grades good? She said, good grades. I said, what do you most enjoy about this opportunity? And she said to me, and this still gives me chills today, she said, I didn't think I was college material. And now I'm doing this, and I'm good at it, and I love it, and I'm going to college.
There you go.
Here, and that's the thing about those high expectations. I think that influences those students and probably has an effect on their own personal culture, so to speak.
But you have
right?
to remove
and
the
expectations
barriers.
of
Yeah,
themselves.
Absolutely. But for many of our
And y'all are
students,
doing
there
that.
are barriers there.
You're
and
doing
with the
that.
support of our city and so many others, those barriers get removed, and our students are brilliant. They just need access.
Dude, and everybody knows, if you're paying attention, our city schools' academic performance numbers are continuing to rise and rise and rise. Has the dual enrollment influenced that to some degree?
It all works together.
Okay.
Right? High expectations for all students.
Okay.
All students, each and every student.
Yeah.
Dual enrollment is absolutely a strategy in that,
Mhm.
but it all works together. But it starts with high quality teachers in every
Yeah.
classroom.
Yeah.
So our third grade, we had our third year of 90% of our third graders meeting the cut score on reading sufficiency in third grade again this year.
There you
Again,
go.
a testament to our focus on early learning and pre-K and everybody working
That's
together
right.
in there. And then what I just told you. But if you don't want to hear the data from me and you want to look at an outsider and say, all right, what's that mean? The city schools was highlighted on the education scorecard, which is research from Harvard and Stanford looking at school systems across the country. And our school system was identified as a school system on the rise, particularly in math, for outperforming our peers across the country.
That's good news.
That's the work of our teachers. That's the work of hardworking students and supportive families.
That's good. Just a real quick question. Don't want to spend much time on it. You mentioned IB. I haven't heard that term in a while. We have an international baccalaureate program. Tell everybody
I'm glad you
briefly
brought
what
that up.
is.
I'm not super
What
familiar
is
with that. I want to know more too.
I know how
yeah.
it started.
Absolutely. So we have an IB program at Central High School for the high school students, but our magnet schools, both elementary and middle,
Okay.
are IB programs. And really, it's looking at academic through the lens of a global approach
Okay.
and global concepts. And our students can go from first grade all the way to 12th grade, can have the option of getting an IB diploma, which has a testing option.
Yeah.
But really, for us, it's just an academic choice for our students.
Yeah.
And that's what this school system is about choices and access to those choices.
The reason I'm asking, I have not heard the term in a while, and a little background real quick. That was part of the proposal when we were recruiting Mercedes. That was part of our education package.
Yes, sir.
And that's when it started. And I don't want it to get lost in the conversation.
I would like to know from Dr. Daria, what are local employers telling you that they need from tomorrow's workforce?
Well, at the simplest level, they're telling us they need employees who show up, who stay the whole time, and are coachable, are teachable.
But at a higher level, what do they want?
At a higher level, the workforce is changing. At a higher level, they need employees to come in with those critical thinking skills, the ability to collaborate, the ability to communicate, work with each other, and solve problems in every industry and at every level of the industry. So that is what we work to, even at TCTA, but even in our core courses in our program, those skills that are so important no matter what choice a student makes for future employment.
How is, and you get this question of it all, how is AI influencing not only current but the future development of our students?
You know, it's shifting every day for us. We are working to find ways that AI, that we can work our students with AI, but in a responsible way,
Okay.
in an ethical way. I think that's the biggest challenge.
I think you're right.
While there are things we need to figure out with the use of AI, we've got to make sure our students are equipped with the ability to make decisions using AI, so they use it ethically, morally, and legally.
Yeah.
But that for us, it will change the future of education. I don't think we're going to replace the teacher, right?
No, not
I
at
think
all.
the role of the teacher might shift, but the teacher, a high quality teacher in every classroom, is still going to be enormously important.
Yeah. You once, and I was doing an interview with you for the book, and you brought up the future look of a classroom with me, and some of your visionary thinking about what the future classroom will look like for not only our students but our teachers. Could you share a little bit of that vision with our audience?
I'll be glad to. It still involves a high quality teacher.
Yeah.
But the role of the teacher different. The role of the teacher more as a facilitator of learning, as opposed to the conveyor of information,
Right.
if you will, or the communication of information. Technology as a partner in the teaching. So students can have individual plans with AI and with these different components that are going to be available that will really individualize that learning based on an individual learning style, individual learning need. But that's going to take a teacher kind of like conducting an orchestra with a whole lot of different needs and a whole lot of different instruments, if you will, but the focus doesn't change. Every student learning at high levels.
Yeah, and preparing for that future career
Absolutely.
path.
Yeah, I would like to know, is there a standardized cell phone policy across all the city schools or
Across all of Alabama.
all of
Yeah,
It
Alabama?
is
What
all
is
of
that?
all now.
It's been a while since I've been
Right, no
K
cell
through 12,
phones in-
Dr. Daria, so.
No cell phones in any classroom across the state of Alabama. Last year was our first year implementing it in Alabama and certainly in the Tuscaloosa City Schools. And quite frankly, it was a fairly successful implementation. Our students,
Did they leave them in the locker or
they put them in pouches that have a magnet and
in this classroom?
in their, so they still have the cell
Okay.
phones on their person. At the end of the day, they unlock the magnet.
Okay.
They have access to their phone. So it was met with, I think it was met pretty well by both parents. A little bit of students, of course, want their cell
Of course
phone, and
they
we
do.
understand.
Well,
But
it is an addiction, even
It
at my
is.
age. Just
But it's a state law.
But I
It
get
is a
it.
state law.
It's a state law now.
Yeah, and I kind of figured you'd get more pushback from the parents on that. Well, what if I need, what there's emergency? Well, guess what? My mama had to call the front office. I won't tell you how
Right,
old I
still
am.
can.
That's right.
And you can still,
Still
do that
works.
today,
Still
so
can.
it still works.
I also want to go back a little bit. I want to dig a little bit deeper. I want to go back to STEM a little bit. And around here, we've changed it to STEAM and added the arts, which the arts are vibrant in our city
Yes.
schools. How is STEM and STEAM being incorporated into the learning process? I'm not sure how to ask the question
Well,
properly.
I'll
but-
answer the question that you're I think trying to ask. For us, STEM is not a thing. Okay. STEM, is just teaching done well.
Okay.
STEM done well is really, it's learning integrated. So
Mhm.
you don't go somewhere for STEM, right? STEM is part of the academic experience,
Okay.
right? Where you integrate all the different disciplines and you don't treat them separately. Now that said, we've increased STEAM and STEM experiences available to students, especially in the extracurricular space. We have a robotics team in every school in the Tuscaloosa
wow.
City schools. We now have future city teams in every middle school where middle school students design these future cities. So we need to bring those. We have a math team at every school in the city schools that are winning both state and national competitions. Again, that's that high expectations in that STEM field. TCTA, you can call that a STEM school if you would like, because that is what that is, but in direct career paths. But STEM for us, it's really interdisciplinary learning and learning as a total, not as a separate thing.
Yeah, I'm glad you defined it that way, because I think our audience needs to understand that everything is integrated.
That's right.
For the benefit of that
Absolutely.
young man or woman.
That's right.
That's
Right, and I'm wondering, what can parents do to help at home?
Well, one, it's a great question. One, ask questions, specific questions of students, of their children in their learning. That reflection on their learning at home is enormously helpful. Certainly in the early years, promote reading and reading for enjoyment and continue that throughout. And then thirdly, support the school. Be visible, ask questions, see how you can support the school. And then I would say lastly, dig deeply into the opportunities that are available. If I had to give one disappointment where I feel like we're coming up a little bit short, is I feel like we create so many opportunities that are not fully optimized by our students. And when you put these opportunities out there and you have some students taking advantage of them,
Well,
we need help from parents saying, I want my child to be in everything good that will lead to success for my
so
child.
follow up to that, how are those opportunities communicated to the parents?
We do it through counseling sessions. We do
Okay.
it through regular communications from their school and from the school system during registration time, like you just heard Penny talk about.
Lean into that
All these
registration,
different
yeah.
ways to make sure parents, we try to pull parents into the 4-year planning, into the career planning with our students. But there's so many opportunities that we sometimes look and go, come on, we need your children in these opportunities. Dual enrollment's a good one. 50% of our students in with college credit, but we have room for more. We have room for
Absolutely.
every
It sounds
child.
like it's almost an embarrassment of riches, the amount of opportunities, right?
We just don't see any barriers to these opportunities, and if there is a barrier, we work hard to remove it.
I mad respect for that,
Yeah,
for everything that you and Tuscaloosa City Schools are doing.
Nothing worse
And
than
look,
missing an opportunity. I don't think there's
Look,
anything
I
worse.
mean, every organization is a reflection of its leader too,
That's
so I
right.
will say that.
Absolutely, especially at our city schools.
But when we come back, I might want to challenge you with talking about what you guys would perceive as the biggest challenges. So maybe we can get an answer or two to that when we come back from the break. You've been listening to The Noon Show on FM 100.1. Don't go away. We'll be here right back.
And welcome back to the Noon Show right here on FM 100.1, home of fun radio. And Miss Lisa, what a great conversation
Oh
we're
my
having
gosh. Learning
Yeah.
all kinds of
Love it.
things from Penny and Dr.
today.
Daria
That's
as
right.
well.
Well, we've got so much to be proud of with our school system, and our
That's right.
kids are doing fantastic teachers, just quality just oozing out everywhere.
But I've got a question for you
Oh,
real quick,
sure,
Johnny.
sure.
So when's the last time you gave a gift for just absolutely no reason?
This is somewhat of a
Oh,
challenge.
come on, Johnny. It's an opportunity.
Uh-oh, yeah, you're right, it is.
Okay, you know,
Yeah,
Hudson
I
Pool
do.
Fine Jewelers has got gorgeous pieces that say, I was thinking about yours. Johnny would say, I was thinking
I
about
was
you.
thinking about you. Anyway, but actually those are probably the best gifts of all.
Well, because they are. Because you don't need a holiday or a birthday. It's just because.
That's right. And Hudson Pool's got everything. I mean, all these unique gifts. They got the diamonds and the gemstones and the watches, but they've got some unique stuff too.
Yes, plus repairs and custom design, so you can make it personal.
Well, I hope everybody's convinced just because works.
It does, but we also have special occasions like graduation. I appreciate
You
the good
do.
folks down there for working with me. I'll
That's
be back
right.
soon. That's right.
Right.
That's right. You can also visit them at 1111 Greensboro Avenue or HudsonPool.com for the same great service.
Yeah, go ahead. Just because. You'll
Yes.
score some points, I
You
guarantee
will.
you.
But just tell them that Lisa and Johnny sent
That's
you.
right. Y'all go down and see our friends.
Yeah, Dr. Daria, so what kind of challenges are you guys facing?
Well, I think one is making sure our students are in school each and every day. We still have about 10% of our students identified as chronically absent from school, meaning they missed 18 or more days.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. We can't educate our children if they're not there. So I'd say that's one of them. Second, continue to support public education. This community is so rich in organizations and people supporting the public schools, and it's making a difference.
It does.
We have companies who are saying, what can I do to enhance the educational experience for children so they can become employees of our organization, and that is working. And I'll shout
That's
out.
smart.
I'll shout out
Right.
one example of such is Pfeiffer Wire. What a great partner this system has in Pfeiffer Wire. They among many things they do, supporting West Lawn Middle School, but we're even working on with them now to support having a teacher of theirs in our career tech center doing the work that Pfeiffer does. Right?
Wow.
But those are examples of public-private partnership that can make public schools the absolute best, and that's happening here in Tuscaloosa.
That makes a
so I would
lot
say
of sense.
continue to find ways
Partner that way,
to
yeah.
say how can we work together, public and private together, to make sure these schools, because when our schools are the best, it makes this community the best, it makes life in this community the best, and I believe that's where we're heading now. Our momentum is strong, and we're not done.
Momentum is strong, and you're right. At the core of a vital, vibrant economic community is a vibrant, successful, high impact, I'll call it, educational workforce system. And you guys are right in the middle of it. And Mike, we are absolutely delighted you're still our superintendent, number one. Number two, shout out to all that just an amazing team that you've put together, from the teachers in the classroom to those in the administrative side to the board. I mean, you've got a great team, and just shout out. And I hope our community is proud of the progress, because you've got momentum, no doubt.
John, and I appreciate it, but if I can also say to the listeners here, please show appreciation to the folks you just mentioned.
Yeah.
We have one of the best boards of education I've ever seen.
You did.
We have the best teachers ever. And anytime you show appreciation to the folks who are doing the work in the classroom, that is so appreciated.
Yeah.
So if I can do a call to action today to your listeners, it would be to find a teacher, thank a teacher for everything he or she is doing, because they're making a world of difference in our
We
school
may just
system.
do that over the next few days.
I would love that.
We'll do that for you. But Mike, always a delight to see you. But you were grinning when Penny was on, so we're gonna bring Penny back just
Star
a
of the
little
show,
bit,
Johnny. Come
and
on, Penny.
let this exceptional young student talk a little bit more. Penny, welcome back.
Yeah.
Glad you stayed with us.
Yeah, so you want to talk to us a little bit about, what was it called, the DCH immersion? What was it? I'm sorry.
The DCH Healthcare Immersion Camp.
Okay.
So, this is not connected to my class at TCTA, but that is how I learned about it, because my teachers there told me about it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
DCH Hospital has a summer camp called the Healthcare Immersion Camp, and this year it was earlier in June, so it was just a few weeks ago. It was 2 weeks, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to noon, where we went to the hospital, and each day we went to a different unit of the hospital, and we got, it was similar to what I did in my internship class, where we just sort of went around to different units and saw what went on there, and sometimes even got to do some stuff.
Well, and that would help you it helped to give you an idea of what you'd actually like to go into
Yes.
in the health, because you're a member of HOSA, so you want to do something health related.
Yes.
That could be very eye-opening. So some of the departments included the cath lab, operating room, laboratory, cancer center, radiology, acute care, respiratory, patient, family relations, cardiac rehab, and emergency department.
Yes.
That's quite the overview.
That's had to be a really fulfilling experience.
It was very good.
What were your key takeaways from that experience?
I had a lot of fun, and I learned that DCH really is a great hospital, and they do a great job of teaching.
Yeah.
They would
do.
always make sure that I had something to do, and that if I wasn't actually doing something, that they would explain what they were doing and let me see. Again, my favorite day was the OR, because everyone was very, very nice, and they always made sure that I had a good view of what they were doing.
Okay.
They wouldn't just let me stand in the corner and sort of not do anything. They would say, hey, come over here, come see what we're doing, and they would explain everything that they were doing.
That's good.
And I really appreciated
Wow.
that.
What an experience. You said you had 2 days in the OR?
I had
Is that-
1 day in the OR in this camp. Back in the fall with my internship at TCTA, I had 2 days in the OR.
Oh,
Okay.
So total, I
TCTA
had
gave
3
you 2
days.
days. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Penny, you said something really important. You may not have known what you said, but she was talking about DCH being a teaching hospital.
Yes.
And a shout out to Katrina Kiefer, her entire team. DCH is so engaged in our community, in our school system. it is a teaching center. And folks, we need to be proud of DCH and what they do for this community, because they offer lots of career opportunities. But to Penny's point, they are indeed a teaching institution.
They are. They also partner with, and of course, Tuscaloosa City Schools, but also the University of Alabama.
That's right.
And also Shelton State,
State
Community
as well.
College.
And
That's right.
they're right in a core. Their core mission, I know, is taking care of patients. That's obviously their core. But part of that is teaching and education. And what a job they do. They probably don't get enough credit for it.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. But tell us a little bit more about your experience, Penny.
What should I talk about?
Well, let's see. You had some team building activities. What did that look like?
So there were 20 students total that were part of the camp, and we were put into pairs. And so you were with the same person every day, and so both of you would go to a different unit each day, like the same unit. So like each pair would go to a different unit, but the pairs would stay together.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I think everybody probably got really close to their partner.
Mm-hmm.
And in the
Well-
last week, we made like a big poster with
That's
our
what I was going
partner.
to ask you about. Group presentations?
Yes, we just sort of highlighted everything that we did and learned and overall our experience.
Will you present this at school in the coming new school year? Will you have a chance to present to, for example, your HOSA group?
I don't think so. The presentations were on the last day
Were they?
of
Okay.
the camp, so we presented them to each other and
Okay.
any parents who wanted to come, and a few people who worked at the hospital who actually were there with us when we were in their unit actually also came. So
Might be fun for you as seniors to present to your underclassmen sometime this fall, because what you might do is influence someone else to find their career path.
yeah.
That would be a good thing, because you guys, I bet, would have great presentations. 'Cause what
Now,
a great learning
I
experience.
heard that there were surprise gifts. What did that look like? Surprise gifts through the camp.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. Tim wanted you to find
I think you
out.
surprised her.
Well, tell me this, Penny. Would you recommend the experience
Yes.
to other students?
It was very good. I would highly recommend it. And also, afterwards, you can keep continuing volunteering at the hospital, and that's sort of how I got into volunteering at the Well Baby Nursery.
So that led to the volunteering.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense. Well,
It
so
does.
what did you learn? Just give us an idea of kind of what you learned, like in any of the different departments.
I learned about what they do in all the different units, and there was a lot of specific things that are specific to each unit. So, like for example, in the emergency department, I learned a lot about just the different areas of the ED and what they do in them, and we got to see some stuff because we saw like a trauma patient come in, so we got to see that and really understand what it's like in that scenario and not just hear about it or read
Right.
about it.
You have to decide that if you have that kind of temperament to deal with that kind of
Yes.
stress, right?
It sounds
It
like
could
the
be
OR
stressful,
was
yeah.
maybe your favorite.
Yeah, I did enjoy that one a lot.
Do you see that part of your career path, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I am also just interested in working a lot with patients one-on-one, like talking to them a lot. And
Okay.
you don't do that a whole lot in the OR because obviously they're
Obviously, yeah.
asleep, but I would enjoy it. I did definitely enjoy it a lot, and that one I did get to do a little bit of hands-on stuff. They let me do some things where I put just some monitors on the patient, like for blood pressure and oxygen saturation. So they did let me learn some things
Yeah.
there, hands-on.
Have you
Well-
noticed she's using a lot of medical terms?
I love it. Well, she could spell them too. Okay, well, I am so pleased and proud. I thought we had a great show today. Thank you so much, Penny Yates, for joining us in the Noon Show studio, and many
Come back and see us
thanks to Dr. Mike Daria for joining us again. And I just want to let everyone know on the show tomorrow, we've got a UAB professor, Dr. Duarte, And he is, this is going to be really, really interesting.
Oh, it is.
He's an assistant professor of neurology at UAB. So most of us have heard of diseases that affect thousands or even millions of people. But what if only a handful of people in the entire world share the same genetic condition? How do scientists even begin to understand it? And could studying something that rare unlock discoveries that help all of us? You're going to have to tune in tomorrow to find out. We'll also be welcoming tomorrow Andrew Miner, founder of the YWHAG Research Foundation, who reached out to Dr. Duarte to help his child with a very rare genetic condition.
This is going to be a moving program.
Y'all, tomorrow we're going to knock it out of the park.
We are.
Or the show guests will anyway.
Yeah,
It's an
we've got
incredible
the researcher
story.
and a family that actually suffered through this.
Yeah, and this family will, coming on Microsoft Teams from California, they
That's
reached out to
right.
UAB. So
That's right.
if they did that, look, you're not going to want to miss a
No,
single moment. Y'all, don't forget to spay or neuter your furry friends and keep those tails wagging with up-to-date vaccinations for Johnnie Aycock. I'm Lisa Jones, signing off for the Noon Show. But before we go, I'd like to wish everyone a splendiferous rest of their day. See you